Steven George Gerrard MBE is an English footballer who plays for and captains both Premier League club Liverpool and the England national team. He has played much of his career in a centre midfield role, but he has also been used as a second striker, holding midfielder, right back and right winger. Gerrard, who has spent his entire career at Anfield, made his debut in 1998 and cemented his place in the first team in 2000, succeeding Sami Hyypiä currency as team captain in 2003. His honours include 2 FA Cups, 3 League Cups, 2 Community Shields, 1 Champions League, 1 UEFA Cup, and 2 Super Cups. Gerrard made his international debut in 2000, and has since represented England at the 2000 and 2004 European Championships, as well as the 2006 World Cup Euro, where he was the team's top goal scorer with 2 goals a Euro, and the 2010 World Cup, where he first captained his country in the absence of regular captain Rio Ferdinand, who missed the tournament through injury. He was named as the permanent England captain shortly before the 2012 European Championship, where he was named in the UEFA team of the tournament. He also captained England for the 2014 World Cup for a group stage exit. Gerrard became the 6th player to win 100 caps for England in 2012, and is currently 3rd in the country's all-time appearance list. Gerrard has been described as one of the greatest English midfielders in history, a real leader and a tireless runner with superb vision. With his striking from distance feared around the world and a prolific scorer for a midfielder. Gerrard came second only to Kenny Dalglish in the 100 Players Who Shook the Cop, a Liverpool fan poll, and came first in 2013. Zinedine Zidane said in 2009 that he considered Gerrard to be the best footballer in the world. In 2005, Gerrard was honoured as the UEFA Club Footballer of the Year and won the Ballon d'Or Bronze Award. He has also been named in the PFA Team of the Year a record 8 times, the UEFA Team of the Year and FIFA World 11 3 times, and was named PFA Players Player of the Year in 2006 and the FWA Footballer of the Year in 2009. He is, to date, the only footballer ever to have scored a goal in an FA Cup final, a League Cup final, a UEFA Cup final and a Champions League final. Early life: born in Wiston, Merseyside, Gerrard started out playing for hometown team Wiston Juniors, where he was noticed by Liverpool scouts. He later joined the Liverpool Academy at the age of 9. Gerrard then had trials with various clubs at 14, but his success wasn't immediate. Gerrard never made it into the England schoolboys team. Gerrard's trials included Manchester United, which he claimed in his 2006 autobiography was to pressure Liverpool into giving me a YTS contract. He signed his first professional contract with Liverpool on November 5, 1997. Liverpool career, beginnings and struggles. Gerrard made his Liverpool first-team debut on November 29, 1998 in a Premier League match against Blackburn Rovers as a last-minute substitute for Vegard Hegem. He made 13 appearances in his debut season, filling in for injured captain Jamie Redknapp in centre midfield. He also occasionally played on the right wing, but he scarcely contributed in the short on-pitch time he received, due to nervousness affecting his play. Gerrard recalled in a November 2008 interview with The Guardian, "I was out of position and out of my depth." The Liverpool hierarchy nonetheless remained convinced that he would improve. Gerrard saw himself as a defensive player primarily, looking to make key tackles rather than push the team forward. Gerrard began to regularly partner Redknapp in central midfield for the 1999 Euro 2000 season. After starting the derby against Everton on the bench, he replaced Robbie Fowler in the second half but received his first career red card for a foul on Everton's Kevin Campbell shortly afterwards. Later that season, Gerrard scored his first senior goal in a 4 Euro 1 victory over Sheffield Wednesday. However, he began to suffer from nagging back problems, which sports consultant Hans Wilhelm Marwan Kortelewu later diagnosed as a result of accelerated growth, coupled with excessive playing, during his teenage years. He was then beset by groin injuries that required 4 separate operations. He went on to recover from this, and in the 2000-01 season made 50 starts in all competitions and scored 10 goals as he won his first major honours with Liverpool: the FA Cup, League Cup, and the UEFA Cup. In the following season, he would go on to win both the FA Charity Shield and UEFA Super Cup. After a year as Liverpool vice-captain, Gerrard replaced Sami Hyypiä as Liverpool captain in October 2003, as manager. Copyright George Gerrard said that he recognised Gerrard had demonstrated leadership qualities early on, but needed to mature. He chose to extend his contract at the club, signing a new 4-year deal. Hyypiä resigned as Liverpool manager after a trophyless 2003-04 campaign, and Gerrard was linked with a move to Chelsea during the off-season. He admitted he was not happy with the progress Liverpool has made, and that for the first time in my career I've thought about the possibility of moving on. In the end, Gerrard turned down a £20 a million offer from Chelsea to stay with Liverpool and new coach Rafael Benitez. Breakthrough and trophies. Liverpool were racked with injury early in the 2004-05 season, and a foot injury suffered in a September league match against Manchester United shelved Gerrard until late November. He returned to score in the last 5 minutes of a Champions League group stage match against Olympiacos to secure Liverpool's advancement to the knockout round. He claimed that this was his most important, if not his best, goal for Liverpool to date. However, Gerrard netted an own goal during the 2005 League Cup final on February 27, which proved decisive in Liverpool's 3-2 loss to Chelsea. During a 6-minute stretch in the second half of the 2005 Champions League final against AC Milan, Liverpool came back from a 3-goal deficit to tie the match at 3-3 after extra time, with Gerrard scoring one of the goals. Liverpool's third goal was gained as a penalty from a foul awarded to Liverpool when Gennaro Gattuso was judged to have pulled down Gerrard in Milan's penalty box. Gerrard did not participate in the penalty shootout which Liverpool won 3-2 as they claimed their first Champions League trophy in 20 years. Gerrard was named the man of the match, and later received the UEFA Club Footballer of the Year award. In regards to his contract issues with Liverpool, Gerrard told the press after the final, "How can I leave after a night like this?" But negotiations soon stalled, and on July 5, 2005, after Liverpool turned down another lucrative offer from Chelsea, Gerrard rejected a club record £100,000 a week offer. Liverpool chief executive Rick Parry conceded the club had lost Gerrard, saying, "Now we have to move on. We have done our best, but he has made it clear he wants to go and I think it looks pretty final." The next day, Gerrard signed a new 4-year deal as Parry blamed the earlier breakdown of talks on miscommunication between the two sides. Gerrard scored 23 goals in 53 appearances in 2005-06, and in April became the first Liverpool player since John Barnes in 1988 to be voted the PFA Player of the Year. He scored twice in the 2006 FA Cup final against West Ham United, including an equaliser that sent the match into extra time, and Liverpool won their second consecutive major trophy on penalties. The goals made him the only player to have scored in the FA Cup, League Cup, UEFA Cup and Champions League finals. Liverpool eliminated Chelsea in the 2006-07 Champions League semi-finals to return to their second final in 3 seasons, which they lost 2-1 to Milan. Gerrard suffered a toe fracture in an August 2007 Champions League qualifier against Toulouse, but returned 4 days later to play the entirety of a 1-1 league draw against Chelsea. On October 28, 2007, Gerrard played his 400th game for Liverpool in a league match against Arsenal, in which he scored. He scored in all but one of Liverpool's domestic and European matches during the month of November, and after scoring the only goal in a Champions League away tie against Olympique de Marseille on December 11, he became the first Liverpool player since John Aldridge in 1989 to score in 7 consecutive games in all competitions. Continued success and stardom. Gerrard made his 300th Premier League appearance on April 13, 2008 in a match against Blackburn Rovers, scoring the opening goal in a game which Liverpool won 3-1, and finished the season with 21 goals in all competitions, surpassing his total from the 2006 Euro 07 season. Gerrard was selected for the PFA Team of the Year and he was also one of the nominees for the PFA Player of the Year, alongside teammate Fernando Torres. Gerrard needed to undergo groin surgery at the beginning of the 2008 Euro 09 season, but the problem was not serious and he quickly returned to training. He scored what appeared to be his 100th career Liverpool goal against Stoke City on September 20, but it was disallowed after Dirk Kuyt was ruled offside. He achieved the milestone 11 days later in a 3 Euro 1 Champions League group stage win over PSV. He made his 100th appearance in European club competition for Liverpool on March 10, 2009 against Real Madrid and scored twice in a 4 Euro 0 win. 4 days after the impressive victory over Real, Gerrard would score at Old Trafford for the first time from the penalty spot, putting Liverpool ahead on their way to a 4 Euro 1 victory over Manchester United. Following these results, three-time FIFA World Player of the Year Zinedine Zidane hailed the Liverpool skipper as being the best player in the world. On March 22, 2009, Gerrard scored his first ever hat-trick in the Premier League, against Aston Villa, in a 5 Euro 0 victory. On May 13, 2009, Gerrard was named as the 2009 Football Writers Association Footballer of the Year, beating Ryan Giggs by just 10 votes and becoming the first Liverpool player to win the award in 19 years. Gerrard was delighted and a little bit surprised to win the award. On December 5, 2009, Gerrard made his 500th appearance for Liverpool in a 0 Euro 0 draw at Blackburn where he was accused of a diving incident in an attempt to win a penalty, after multiple instances of Gerrard being accused of simulation while playing for both club and country. Gerrard himself has been vocal in his criticism of diving. He ended the 2009 Euro 10 season with a total of 12 goals and 9 assists from 46 matches. Following the 2009 Euro 10 season, Rafael Benitez departed Liverpool after 6 years and was succeeded as manager by Roy Hodgson, who quickly assured fans that Gerrard would not be sold. To further eliminate any speculation surrounding his future at the club, Gerrard made a statement emphasising his excitement at the coming season with Liverpool and praising the signing of Joe Cole. Gerrard soon played his first pre-season match of the 2010 Euro 11 season against Borussia Mönchengladbach on August 1, 2010 alongside new signing Joe Cole. Gerrard scored his first goal of the 2010 Euro 11 season from the penalty spot in a Europa League qualifier against Macedonian side FK Robotniaki on August 5, 2010. His next 2 goals came on September 19 at Old Trafford in a 3 Euro 2 loss against Manchester United. He scored from a penalty kick in the 64th minute and a free kick 6 minutes later to level the game at 2 Euro 2. He followed this up 1 week later with the second equaliser in a 2 Euro 2 home draw with Sunderland. 11 days later, Gerrard came off the bench to score a second-half hat-trick in a 3 Euro 1 win over Napoli in the Europa League. Gerrard missed the start of the 2011 Euro 12 season due to a groin injury, which had also kept him out of action for large parts of the previous season. Gerrard later went on to reveal he rejected the chance to join Bayern Munich in the summer to focus on getting Liverpool back in the Champions League, saying, "A traditional club like Liverpool still has a value, but a Euro 1 registered trademark is the reason why I have stuck around for so long. It is more important to win a couple of trophies and achieve something that is a lot more difficult than go down the easy road and move to a club where it becomes easier." Gerrard would eventually make his first start for Liverpool's squad in an October match at Anfield against fierce rivals Manchester United. He scored Liverpool's only goal in the match, from a direct free kick, which ended in a 1 Euro 1 draw. On October 29, Gerrard underwent a treatment to clear an infection in his right ankle, which was placed in a protective plaster cast. He was forced to miss Liverpool's league match against West Bromwich Albion that day and was ruled out for at least the match against Swansea City the following week and England's friendly matches against Sweden and Spain the week after that. After a prolonged ankle injury recuperation, Gerrard finally returned to regular first-team action in the match against Blackburn Rovers, coming off the bench. On December 30, Gerrard came off the bench against Newcastle United and scored a fine goal. Gerrard went on to help Liverpool to reach their first cup final in 6 years, and their first at Wembley Stadium in 18 years, as Liverpool beat Manchester City 3-2 on aggregate in the semi-finals. Gerrard scored a penalty in both legs to send Liverpool to the 2012 Football League Cup final against Cardiff City on February 26, 2012, which Liverpool won on penalties. On his 400th Premier League appearance for Liverpool, Gerrard scored a hat-trick to give Liverpool a 3-0 victory over rivals Everton in the Merseyside derby on March 13, 2012. On August 18, 2012, Gerrard played his 250th match as Liverpool captain. He scored his first Premier League goal of the season on September 23, opening the scoring in a 2-1 defeat against Manchester United. On July 15, 2013, Gerrard signed a contract extension with Liverpool. On August 3, 2013, Liverpool played Olympiacos, against whom Gerrard scored arguably his most celebrated goal, at Anfield for Gerrard's charity fundraising testimonial match, with the money raised from the match going to Alder Hey Children's Charity, a charity for whom Gerrard is a founding partner. Liverpool won the match 2-0, in a game where past players such as Jamie Carragher and Robbie Fowler made appearances. On September 16, Gerrard captained Liverpool for the 400th time in a 2-2 draw at Swansea City. On October 5, Gerrard scored in a 3-1 win over Crystal Palace, becoming Liverpool's first ever player to score in 15 successive league campaigns, overtaking the record previously set by Liverpool legend Billy Liddell. On October 19, 2013, Gerrard scored his 100th Premier League goal, a penalty against Newcastle United in a 2-2 draw. On March 16, 2014, Gerrard scored 2 penalties and missed another in Liverpool's 3-0 win over Manchester United at Old Trafford. On April 6, he scored another 2 penalties as Liverpool beat West Ham United 2-1 to go top of the Premier League table with 5 matches to play. These goals took him above Kenny Dalglish as Liverpool's 6th top goal scorer of all time. On April 27, Gerrard was involved in what was later labelled as a defining moment of the 2013-2014 Premier League season. Liverpool topped the league when they faced Chelsea in their third last match of the season. Gerrard slipped while receiving a pass which allowed Demba Ba to score the opening goal for Chelsea. Chelsea went on to win 2-0, which meant that Liverpool's title hopes were no longer in their own hands. Ironically, earlier that month, Gerrard was heard encouraging his teammates not let this F-kin slip a Euro after a victory over Manchester City. City ultimately won the Premier League that season. Gerrard finished the season with 13 goals and the league's most assists at 13. Gerrard was also a nominee for the PFA Player of the Year award that year, while he won the 2014 Liverpool Echo Sports Personality Award. International career. Gerrard made his international debut against Ukraine on May 31, 2000. That summer, he was called up for Euro 2000, making only 1 appearance as a substitute in a 1-0 win over Germany before England were eliminated in the group stage. Gerrard scored his first international goal in the famous 5-1 victory over Germany in a 2002 World Cup qualifier in September 2001, and while England qualified, Gerrard was forced to pull out of the squad due to his ongoing groin problems after pulling up in Liverpool's final match of the season against Ipswich. Gerrard scored his second goal for the national team in the Euro 2004 qualifier against Macedonia on October 16, 2002 in a 2-2 draw. His third goal was the opener in a 2-1 win over Serbia and Montenegro on June 3, 2003. He was a regular starter in Euro 2004. Scoring once to make it 3-0 in England's win over Switzerland in the second group game of the tournament, but England would be eliminated by the tournament hosts Portugal in the quarter-finals, losing 6-5 on penalties in a match when Gerrard was substituted off in the 81st minute for Owen Hargreaves. He participated in his first World Cup in 2006 and scored 2 goals, both in the group stage, against Trinidad and Tobago and Sweden, although his spot kick was one of 3 saved by goalkeeper Ricardo as England again bowed out to Portugal in the quarter-finals on penalties. He was England's top scorer in the tournament. Gerrard was made vice-captain of the England team by coach Steve McClaren, and while he filled in for John Terry as captain, England suffered back-to-back losses to Russia and Croatia that ended their Euro 2008 qualifying hopes. After new coach Fabio Capello took over the team in early 2008, Gerrard was given a trial run as captain, but Capello settled on Terry for the role. Gerrard was subsequently replaced as England vice-captain by Rio Ferdinand. Gerrard helped England qualify for the 2010 World Cup, scoring 2 goals in England's 5-1 win over Croatia. John Terry was replaced by Rio Ferdinand as captain in 2010, following revelations about the former's private life, and Gerrard subsequently became vice-captain again. When the England team left for the 2010 World Cup, Gerrard was the most experienced player in the squad with 80 caps. During preparations for the 2010 FIFA World Cup, however, Rio Ferdinand was injured, meaning that Gerrard was appointed by Capello as captain for the tournament. After the tournament, Gerrard, part of a group of England players dubbed the Golden Generation, confirmed that he would continue to be available for selection, despite suggestions from Capello that he would seek to rebuild the team. Captain. In August 2010, Gerrard scored twice in a friendly match against Hungary and helped England to a 2-1 win. Due to Ferdinand's continued absence through injury, Gerrard retained the captaincy for the opening match of the Euro 2012 qualifying campaign against Bulgaria, which England won 4-0. He was later named permanent captain by new coach Roy Hodgson, in time for the tournament finals. This was the first time that he was named directly the captain of England and not in place of an injured or unavailable captain. He provided 3 assists and won 2 Man of the Match awards to help England finish top of their group in the qualifying round, and go through to the quarter-finals. Despite their exit on penalties to Italy, Gerrard was later the only England player to be named in the UEFA team of the tournament. On November 14, 2012, Gerrard won his 100th cap for England in a friendly match against Sweden. For the 2014 FIFA World Cup, Gerrard captained England to their first group stage elimination since 1958 and their first elimination after only 2 matches, after 2 straight 1-2 defeats against Italy and Uruguay. Gerrard had played a part in both goals conceded against Uruguay courtesy of his clubmate Luis Suarez. For England's final game against Costa Rica, Gerrard was replaced as captain by Frank Lampard and used as a substitute. Outside football, personal life, Gerrard is a practicing Catholic. He and his wife, Alex Curran, married in a Catholic ceremony in Wymondham on June 16, 2007. He has an older brother, Paul, and his cousin, Anthony Gerrard, plays for Huddersfield Town. Stephen and Alex have 3 daughters, Liliella, Lexi and Lourdes. In September 2006, Gerrard published his autobiography, Gerrard, My Autobiography, ghostwritten by journalist Henry Winter, which went on to win the Sports Book of the Year honour at the British Book Awards. The autobiography ends with I play for John Paul. Gerrard's cousin, John Paul Gilhooly, was killed in the 1989 Hillsborough disaster, when Gerrard was 8. John Paul, who was 10 when he died, was the youngest of the 96 victims of the tragedy. It was difficult knowing one of your cousins had lost his life, Gerrard said. Seeing his family's reaction drove me on to become the player I am today. On October 1, 2007, Gerrard was involved in a low-speed collision in Southport when the car he was driving hit a 10-year-old cyclist, who had shot into the street and inadvertently crossed Gerrard's path. He later visited the boy in the hospital and presented him with a pair of boots signed by Wayne Rooney, the boy's favourite player, after which he stayed to sign autographs for other young patients. Councillors of Knowsley voted to make Gerrard a freeman of the borough on December 13, 2007, and 2 weeks later, he was made a member of the Order of the British Empire by Queen Elizabeth II in her New Year Honours list, for services to sport. He received an honorary fellowship from Liverpool John Moores University on July 26, 2008 as recognition for his contribution to sport. On December 29, 2008, Gerrard was taken into custody outside the Lounge Inn in Southport on suspicion of a Section 20 assault. He and 2 others were later charged with assault occasioning actual bodily harm and affray, relating to an incident which left the bar's disc jockey with a broken tooth and cuts to his forehead. The 3 men were given police-to-court bail and were required to appear at North Sefton Magistrates Court on January 23, 2009, where they all pleaded not guilty. The case was adjourned until March 20 when the assault charge was dropped, but Gerrard was required to attend Liverpool Crown Court to face trial for affray. On April 3, Gerrard pleaded not guilty. The case went to trial in Liverpool Crown Court. Gerrard's co-defendants pleaded guilty before the trial, but Gerrard maintained his innocence. Gerrard admitted hitting Marcus McGee but claimed it was in self-defense, and on July 24, Gerrard was found not guilty by the jury. Following the verdict, Gerrard said he was looking forward to getting back to playing football and putting the experience behind him. In 2011, Gerrard appeared in the film Will. Sponsorship: Gerrard has had several different sponsorships in his career, including current deals with Adidas, Jaguar Cars, XBOX1 and Lucozade. In 2014, Forbes listed his combined income from salaries, bonuses and off-field earnings at $17.2 million for the previous 12 months. While Gerrard has worn several football boots during his career, he first wore a pair of Nike boots on his Liverpool debut, but soon signed a deal with Adidas in 1998 and has gone on to appear in a number of Adidas commercials with the likes of Zinedine Zidane, David Beckham, Lionel Messi and Kaka. Gerrard has worn 10 versions of the Adidas Predator boot, with the Accelerator being the first, and throughout his career he has been one of brand's major boot endorsees. In 2013, Gerrard switched boot silos to the NitroCharge 1.0, first wearing the boots in the Capital One Cup clash against rivals Manchester United on September 25, 2013. Career statistics: Club, as of match played on May 11, 2014. International, as of June 24, 2014. International goals, scores and results list England's goal tally first. Honours: Club, FA Cup, 2000 a Euro 01, 2005 a Euro 06, League Cup, 2000 a Euro 01, 2002 a Euro 03, 2011 a Euro 12, FA Community Shield, 2001, 2006, UEFA Champions League, 2004 a Euro 05, UEFA Cup, 2000 a Euro 01, UEFA Super Cup, 2001, 2005, Individual, Ballon d'Or Bronze Award, 2005, UEFA Club Footballer of the Year, 2005, FWA Footballer of the Year, 2009, FWA Tribute Award, 2013, PFA Players Player of the Year, 2006, PFA Young Player of the Year, 2001, PFA Fans Player of the Year, 2001, 2009, England Player of the Year Award, 2007, 2012, PFA Team of the Year, 2001, 2004, 2005, 2006, 2007, 2008, 2009, 2014, Liverpool Top Goal Scorer, 2004 a Euro 05, 2005 a Euro 06, 2008 a Euro 09, UEFA Euro Team of the Tournament, 2012, UEFA Team of the Year, 2005, 2006, 2007, FIFA FIFPro World 11, 2007, 2008, 2009, ESM Team of the Year, 2008 a Euro 09, Goal of the Season, 2006, UEFA Champions League Final Man of the Match, 2005, FA Cup Final Man of the Match, 2006, Premier League Player of the Month Award, March 2001, March 2003, December 2004, April 2006, March 2009. March 2014, Echo Sports Personality of the Year Award, 2014, Member of the Order of the British Empire, 2007, Honorary Fellowship from Liverpool John Moores University, 2008, BBC Sports Personality of the Year Award, a Euro 3rd place, 2005, IFFHS World's Most Popular Footballer, 2006. See also, List of One Club Men, references. External links. Steven Gerrard Euro FIFA competition record, Liverpool FC profile, BBC Sport profile, Steven Gerrard career stats at Soxerbase, profile and stats at lovehistory.net, ESPN profile.